The Old Man and the Sea was a great book. Yeah, dream keep us alive. That's true actually. And as a successful doctor, I think your parents are right. Parents are right as well. So whatever decision they make for children, sometimes right, but still you have choice. And you mentioned that they have they are free to make their decision. I think not all the time. Still, parents do some manipulation to them. অসুবিধা নাই, প্যারেন্টসদেরও একদিন আমরা ধরবো, এখন যেটা তোমাদের ইয়ে হয়েছে যে এগুলো করার জন্য। তো কেমন লাগতেছে? বোরিং লাগতেছে? আচ্ছা, আশা করি ভালো লাগবে। আমাদের আর খুব বেশি স্পিকার নাই, আছেন মানে সবাই একে একে আসবেন। তো সবাই তো ক্যারিয়ার অ্যাডভাইস এখানে দিবেন আমাদেরকে, এডুকেশন রিলেটেড, এখন লাইফ, তারপরে আফটার লাইফ কিছু ইনফরমেশনও জানা দরকার। ওই বিষয়ে আমরা আমাদের ফয়সাল ভাইকে আমন্ত্রণ জানাচ্ছি। তো ফয়সাল ভাই আমাদের লিমেরিক থেকে, উনি একজন ব্যবসায়ী। লিমেরিকে আই থিঙ্ক আয়ারল্যান্ডে একমাত্র আতর মানে পারফিউম শপ উনি ফয়সাল ভাই। উনি দীর্ঘদিন সুপার স্যারের সাথে ছিলেন, রিসার্চ প্রজেক্টে জড়িত ছিলেন। ওনাকে জানাচ্ছি কিছু সংক্ষিপ্ত বক্তব্য দেওয়ার জন্য।
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات ما يهديه وما أضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الذين آمنوا قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نار. So today I'm being asked to give a speech on Islamic motivation. So, and I would like to confess that in any capacity, I'm not any scholar, neither I hold any position in Islam. So I'm a layperson. I will be sharing my little knowledge that I have learned across my journey throughout my life. And so I'm going to talk about a little bit about Islam because Islam is the most important part of our life as a Muslim youth and as a Muslim. So we should have a balance what we do here and for hereafter. So that depends what kind of balance you should have. Is that 70%, 80%, 75%, 100%? No, I would say Islam should be 100%, and in that you should fit everything in it. Okay, so Islam should be a mold that we should take as a format and fit every single things we do in our life and go ahead with that. Okay, so since this is just Islamic speech, so I should be talking about little business because that is my expertise. So, and especially in startup business, but let's talk about Islam a little bit. Okay, so what a motivation and encouragement with Muslim youth today here as we navigate our life in a diverse and sometimes very challenging environment. It is essential to hold on to our faith and identity while striving for a success in all aspects of our life. Remember, Allah mentioned in the Quran, "Oma khalaqtu jinni wal insi illa yabudu," which means, in paraphrasing, that Allah has created us only to worship. Created us and jinn, as you know, the spirit, has only to worship Him alone. Okay, that is our purpose of life. And Islam is not just a religion. It's the way of life that provides guidance and purpose. Let your faith be your anchor of times or uncertainty. Embrace your Islamic values for the compass that directs us towards righteousness and inner peace. Observe the 5 times prayer daily, as Prophet Muhammad ﷺ says that man taraka salatan mutambidan faqat kafara, which means that those who leave prayers on purpose or abandon the prayers, they don't pray, they become non-believers. And she also mentioned that the difference between non-believers and believers is the prayer. So we, by all means, whatever we do, we should pray. That is the one of the elements of Islam, which is this pillar of Islam. Other than that, we have to obviously focus on other elements of Islam, but prayer is the fundamental and first and foremost thing that we should do. You are ambassador of Islam, representing the beauty and teachings of religion through your actions and behaviors, and character. Your interaction with others and are an opportunity to showcase the true essence of Islam, its tolerance, compassion, and respect for the religion. Our Prophet Muhammad says and emphasized that importance of seeking knowledge. It doesn't matter which field is it, whether it's Islam or in worldly life, it's vital. And excel in your education and personal development. By excelling, you are not only honor the teachings of our faith, but also contribute positively to the society that you are live in. Challenges are inevitable, but remember that with every difficulty comes ease. The struggles you face are opportunity for growth and making your faith strong. Trust in Allah, wisdom, and rely on your faith to overcome any obstacles that comes your way in career. Forge strong bonds with the community or fellow Muslim and your local community by advising each other, paraphrasing Allah mentioned in the Quran that Amru bil Ma'ruf wa Nahy anil Munkar, which means then enjoying the good and forbid for the wrong. Okay, if you see something going wrong, you should stop, and if you see something doing good, you should encourage to others. Okay, together you can provide support and create a network that uplifts everyone, and being united, we stand stronger and can make positive impact on societies as a whole. Living in a multicultural society, it is crucial to strike a balance between your Islamic identity and culture around you. Embrace the value that align with Islam and contribute positively to your environment, while avoiding behaviors that contradict Quran and Sunnah or Islam as a whole. Most important part as a Muslim youth or as a Muslim living in West is fundamentally that you should do dawah, which means invite other people towards Islam. It's a responsibility that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger given or impose upon us that we have to do. Being a Muslim is a privilege that comes with responsibility, as I said. Embrace the challenge, celebrate your success, and strive through excellence in aspect of your life. Through your dedication to your faith and your community can be a source of inspiration and positive changes in Europe. So, in terms of dawah, the dawah does not mean that you have to talk and tell people to come into Islam. No, it's all about your actions and verbal wordings and your behavior. And integrity speaks volume about the teachings of Islam. Show the world the transformative power of living a life in accordance with Islamic principles. Also, Allah mentions in the Quran that when you do dawah, what should be the way you should be doing it, and the guidance is given. Allah says in the Quran, which means that invite towards me with hikmah, which is wisdom, and with beautiful preachings. But if you don't know how to do that, you should be quiet because you might push them away. So the most important things in Islamic dawah that you should talk beautifully and with hikmah and with patience. So, dear youth and parents here, remember that being a Muslim is a privilege, as I said. So we have to fulfill that responsibility. We can do whatever we like, and I would like to give an example of life. So say, for example, if you want to, everybody knows BMW car, one of his mentioning earlier. If you want to buy a car, you go to showrooms, you buy a car, 70, 80,000 euros a car, and you see wheels besides the car. And you said, okay, wheels looks beautiful. What if I get the wheel as well? And by the time you reach the place that you're going to pay for the car, and you said, okay, how much for the wheel? And the the salesperson said, okay, the wheel is free with the car. The reason I'm saying this, the car here is the akhirah, and the wheel is the dunya. Once you target the bigger one, you get dunya free. You get the wheel free because you target the wheel, bigger one. So similarly, the example of dunya and akhirah is like a BMW car and its wheel. So if you target it in the right way, you will get the dunya free. Now you can say, okay, the people are not following Islam. How come they have all of these things? They are non-Muslim. Of course, they do have, because they do not share in the hereafter. They have all, whatever they have is here. But as a Muslim, we believe in hereafter. We believe in here and hereafter. So we have both. So then we have to work towards it. So I would not actually lengthen my speech on that, so that you don't get bored. On the other hand, if you have any business question, you know where to find me. Okay, you can ask these questions. And I would like to conclude my speech by just saying, alhamdulillah, rabbil alamin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.